Moderately thick beer? Absolutely. Hey folks, I'm Simply Thick John and I love to thicken things. So, lots of people like to drink beer. Lots of people are on thickened liquids. How do you do that? Let me show you how. So, in a can of beer like this, or a soda, or energy drink, you will know that there's excess carbonation. And by that I mean there's enough carbonation that it will still taste fizzy in a few hours. This technique releases a lot of that excess carbonation so we don't end up with a big foamy mess in our beverage. And I got to make sure I get to 4 ounces here. I can't see it through the foam. So I've poured it kind of aggressively. Not good technique, except when you're doing the thickened beer technique, because we're trying to release some carbonation and get it so that we have a nice looking beer that can be drank and that you feel the carbonation in. So now I'm just going to mix this for a few seconds to release a little bit more. And with the soda or something, that head would dissipate really quickly naturally, but with a beer, with the things inside of a beer, the head tends to stay longer. So just for simplicity and expediency, I'm just scooping out the foam till we get down to just the beer. And you can see I have 4 ounces of beer. That would be 2 doses to make it moderately thick. And one of our secret tricks here is that we use a second cup. And so I'm going to put the thickener in there, because if you pump directly into this liquid, you can cause more carbonation to burst up. And so now we pour very slowly from one cup to the other. And now we are down to the point where we are minimizing the amount of carbonation we release. So in this cup on the right, we released a lot of carbonation. Once you get over to the cup on the left, the trick is to try and minimize the amount of carbonation that's released. And I should say that was my right and my left. It's probably the opposite for you, but that's how it goes. So now I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to mix very slowly and very tenderly, because I'm trying not to release very much of the carbonation that's in there. And we just want to mix. Sometimes a figure 8 works really, really, really well. And what you'll find is that using this technique, you can get something that looks a lot like a normal beer. It'll be thick, of course. And then over the next hour or so, that you'll find that some carbonation gets released. You'll have little bubbles in the matrix. It might look a little foamy, but it's really that those bubbles are just suspended. They're not able to float up to the surface because of the thickened matrix around them. And that's natural and normal. It just takes a little getting used to. But the important thing is that people can enjoy their beer. The taste will be the same, and you'll be able to feel that carbonation when you actually drink it. Another thing that you can't do when you use this thickened carbonated beverage technique is that you cannot run the International Dysphagia Diet Standardization Initiative's test methods for these thickness levels, because those same bubbles will cause problems with the flow through the nozzle, and that's a problem. So you just have to learn to trust your technique. And you can see here that I have a nice thickened liquid. It's nice and thick. If we ran the test, once we got rid of the carbonation, you would see that it's a moderately thick beverage. But this is how you can enjoy your beer, even if you're on moderately thick liquids. Please like and follow for more great mixing demonstrations and information on the International Dysphagia Diet Standardization Initiative.